Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year guys. So this is our first video of the year, and as you can guess from the thumbnail, today we're going to be discussing UK relocation course 2024. But today we're going to talk about the student visa. So if you want it to be like a series, if you want to talk about other visa route that could bring immigrants into the UK, you could comment it in the comment section. So today we're just going to talk about the step-by-step process if you're trying to move in from your country into the UK. So without no further ado, let's dive right in. But before then, please guys, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Please subscribe. I'm just a new YouTuber and I would really appreciate if you guys can subscribe. Thank you very much. So let's go. Now let's talk about the visa process. We have different visas that are available to help you relocate into a country. And before I did this video, I literally don't know what a visa is. If somebody asks me what's visa, I just probably be like, what? So let me tell you what visa is. Visa is a legal document that allows you passage into a country as a foreigner. So let's talk about the visa process. There are different visas that are available that help you relocate into the UK. So number one, I'm going to talk about the tier 2 visa, and that is also known as the work visa. And this is only given to people who have been given an opportunity, a job opportunity to come into the UK to work. And we also have the visiting visa. This is for people that want to come into the country to tourist or to visit family and friends. We also have the investor visa, sorry. So this one is the one that helps you if you've made it big in your country and you're interested in investing in the UK economy. You could come in through this visa and invest in the country. And the last one I'm going to talk about is a student visa, which is also known as the tier 4 visas that help you to come into the UK to study. That is, if a university in the UK has given you, a placement that you could come into the country and study. Now, we know UK to come into the study in the UK is very expensive. So I think you have to look for is do research. Fine, I cannot emphasize this enough. Please do your research. It is expensive to come into the country to study. But mind you, there are different universities. I think it's based on your courses, but there are different universities. Their price ranges. There are universities that allows you to pay £13 per year, £13,000 per year, and there's a university you have to pay over maybe 20 upward, and that's quite pricey. So have some universities that could just do dissertation, coursework, assignments, no exam. And there are some that you have to do exam. There are some you have to do practicals, you have to do research. So if you can handle 20 hours work, trying to pay for your rent, and you can handle exam, then please do that. I cannot do that for you because obviously I don't know what course you study. So please do your research. And if you don't want that, you could give money to agencies. There are a lot of agencies around the world or in Nigeria that I'm very sure of that help students, to process schools and give you schools that, would help you. So now that we've talked about that, what next? If you're trying to apply to a UK university, what are the documents you will need? The first document you will need is it's an international passport. So I did my maybe around 50k, and I think it's still the same price. So let's put that there as 50 to 55,000 naira to do an international passport. So after that, you also need your BSc certificates. Maybe you studied accounting, maybe you studied nursing, you would also need a certificate. You will need your transcripts too. I think I was able to get my transcript for 30,000 naira. So keep checking the prices like that. Also, you would need your CV. There are a lot of people that actually you could do a CV yourself. So I think that's not even costly, and it doesn't really matter what type of CV it is. Just make a proper CV. You also need your WAEC, your O levels, your WAEC, your NECO. You can use any of that to apply, and you also need your reference letter, 2 reference letter actually, and you need a statement of purpose. So it's literally called SOP. It's more like a written document that shows them that, okay, why do you want to come into the UK to study? What are you looking for? What is your what's the thing that is making you want to come here to study? So that's what they call a statement of purpose. And if you need help with that, you could put it in the comment section. I can show you how I did mine, because I did mine myself. So if you want me to talk about a comment now, and let me talk about statement of purpose. So after you've gotten all your documents ready, you can then proceed and apply to the university of your choice. After you've applied, then you'll be given or sent an email where they've offered you, a placement to come study. And usually your educational provider will send you a reference number, also called as the confirmation of acceptance of study, known as the CAS. And this is something viable that identifies you as, or something you use in your visa process. So now let's go right down into the visa process, the travel fee, and how much it's going to cost for you to live in the UK. So once you've gotten all those documents ready, you go straight and apply to the university of your choice. Then they'll send you an email. If you've been accepted, they'll send you an email providing you a placement in their university. And usually your education provider sends you a reference number, also known as the confirmation of acceptance of study, usually called the CAS. So this CAS shows that you're now a student that has been offered a place in a university. So let's talk about POF now. So POF is proof of funds. It's just what the university wants to know. Okay, if you have the money to come into the UK to study, like, okay, let's say you don't have a job, like, or maybe you could not get a job, but they just want to know that you have that money in that account. So that's what a POF is, and it is very essential. If you don't have a POF, I'm sorry, they're not giving you any placement to come into the country. So POF, usually money you're required to spend if you're in the UK per month. So if your university is in London, your estimated budget to spend per month, according to www.gov.uk, is £1,334 per month if you're living in the UK. Sorry, if you're living in London. And you're supposed to provide a proof of fund up to 9 months. Your proof of fund has to read up to 9 months. So you're expected to have £1,334 times 9, and that's equating to 12,000, I think, £600 for that 9 months. So if you're looking at exchange rates, so now to change naira to pounds, it's literally, as at today, it is 1,585. So if you want to change that, your money would literally, the 12,600 will literally be 20 million. So you will require to have 20 million naira as a proof of fund for 9 months to come to stay. And this POF is essential. But if you're staying outside of London, you're required to have 1,034 pence per month. That's how much you're expected to spend in a month if your school is outside London. And mind you, that too is also up to 9 months. So 1,034 pence literally sums up 1,200. Like I said, naira, the exchange rate. So literally you'll be required to have maybe 14.5 million as your proof of fund. So basically 15 million as your proof of fund to come into the UK. So after that, the next thing you want to do is to go and get your TB. This is called a tuberculosis test, and this is one of the tests you have to do before you could be able to come into the UK. So I think they have branches in Abuja and they have in Lagos. I did mine in Lagos, so you could go to Lagos and do your TB test. You could register online, pay. I think, yeah, we paid online. I paid about, if I'm not mistaken, for my TB test, I think I paid, maybe, was it 38, or I think it was 38. Okay, so now let's get into visa. Visa now is $500. If you want to get a visa, you have to pay a visa fee for $500, and you have your IHS, which is your health care subcharge, and you're required to pay £705 for that. So let's go into travel fee. It depends on whatever you're catching. You might want to take a 6-hour plane to fly you to from Nigeria to UK, and that varies. You could spend maybe 2 million or 3 million if you have the money. But when I was coming, I took the plane. I did a stopover, so I think I took a plane of 13 hours to come down into the UK, and that was equivalent to, I think I paid 750,000 air. But right now I can't really give you an estimate of how much that is. So it depends on how much you want to take and how the distance it is. If you book a ticket now, if you book a ticket now, if it's closer to the date, it's expensive, but if it's farther, it's less. So I really can't tell you how much, but you could just book your mind to maybe 1 million to 3 million for traveling down, and that depends if you want a 13-hour flight or you want a 6 hours flight. So now look at all those expenses and tell me, this money that I'm trying to put into this relocation, is it worth it? Can I use the money for something else? Will it be okay for me in the long run? So it is over to you, viewers. If you feel you want this, fine, go on and do it. If you feel you can, go on and do it, because everything I've said now is literally gonna be over. It's literally gonna be over maybe 30 million or so if you're literally trying to come to the UK to study in 2024. So guys, this is the end of our video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and please do not forget to subscribe. Smash that like button, and please guys, see you next time.